Hello, everyone. A very happy new year to you and your family. So, today I have a very interesting game played between Dubov and Carlson. This is a game from the Airthings Masters. So, now let's start the game. So, Dubov started with d4 and f6, and it was a Catalan. Bishop to b4, knight to d2. Well, bishop to d2 is also playable in this particular position. However, we have knight b to d2, then castle. Then we have bishop to g2, b6, castle by both sides, bishop to b7, and in the previous game, which is Daniel Agbas against Karyakin, Dubov had played knight b3 actually, but in this game, well, b3 is a you can say it as a half point variation. It's exactly even, but in this particular game, Dubov played more ambitiously and went for knight to e5, and Carlsen immediately countered with a5. Then we have queen to c2, a4, rook to d1, centralizing the pieces, bishop to d6. Now we have cd, ed, and knight d to c4. Well, it's pretty smart. You cannot take the knight because of the pin right here. So Carlsen instead he played h6. Well, I may show you the line. After d takes e4, bishop to b7, rook a7, bishop to g2 back, and the point is that our bishop is really active, my pieces are active, and yeah, this pawn will fall sooner or later, and I have the initiative. So however, we have h6 in the game, and this is pretty fine. The point is stopping the move bishop to b5, bishop to g5, sorry, and but however, Dubov played bishop to f4, after which we have rook to e8, rook ac1, and knight to a6. Well, this move is really nice because the point is that the knight is now trying to come over the b4 square, and also it's eyeing on the c5 square. However, the pawn on d4 is protecting the c5 square pretty well, and here Dubov had a chance with the move knight takes on d6, and here after c takes on d6, here knight f3 is a possible move, but after knight f3 they are simply even. Instead, knight to c4 is a better, giving white a bit of a more advantage. However, after knight to a6 we have a3, and this is like giving the advantage back. Yeah, knight in the move knight to a6, Dubov had a chance, but after a3 it's gone, and Carlsen immediately played the move bishop to f8, so that the threat of knight takes on d6 is now gone. And here we have knight to e3, and c5 happened in the game, but the point is, what if g5? Well, then I can simply take on f7, knight takes f7, king takes f7, bishop to e5, and here you can already see that though black is materially up, but white has a really crushing attack, and Dubov is famous for his great attacks, and even these pieces are for now out of the game. However, yeah, he does have some good pieces, but can but are they enough? So however, in the game we have c5, then we have knight to f5, c takes on d4, knight to c6. Till here it's pretty even. Bishop to h3. The point is this discovered attack, and here king to h8. This is the first crucial mistake of the game. And here, could you find the move which Dubov played? Yes, he played the move knight to e5. Well, the point is, your queen is trapped. You cannot go anywhere. And if you go to d8, knight to f7 is a fork, and if you go to d6, still knight to f7 is a fork. So here Carlsen had to play this only move, rook takes on e5, bishop takes on e5, and here Dubov is in fact an exchange up. And here we have knight to e4. Again, quite a mistake, but it's okay. Here we have bishop takes on d4, rook to c8, queen to d3, rook a to c5, queen to e3, king to h7, bishop takes on c5, knight takes on c5, and queen to f3. And these are some really subtle moves. d4 takes, and I'm doing it pretty fast because of the time limits. And here you have to be very careful because there's a deadly mate coming up. Not here, it's here. So Dubov protected it with f3. Then we have rook to e8, queen to f2, g6, simply kicking the knight back. So knight to e3, queen to f6, knight to g4. It comes with a tempo. Queen to g7, rook cd1, and again here it's completely even. Well, after rook to d7, bishop to c5, and after the move rook d to d7, here comes the great blunder. I can show the graph maybe. Yeah, you can see the graph that it's 0, 0, or it's equal, but the move which Carlsen played after that, you can see the graph rolling. So Carlsen played queen to a1, and you can see the graph. Now let me shut the graph off. Now find the move. Well, the next move is pretty okay, king to g2 and bishop to e3. But here comes the main move, which is your must see. Well, a move like queen to f1 can be simply met with like this, and again it's pretty even. So what's the move? Well, kudos to you if you found the move rook to h7, and it's simply crushing, because after king to g5, rook takes on b7, and you cannot take my queen, because after that f4, king to f6, and doesn't matter whichever rook you give it, and it's a mate. But in the game Carlsen played rook to f8. However, the story repeats, and after queen to e3, Carlsen resigned because rook to f4 is the only move, and then queen takes f4 is a checkmate. Okay, so that's it for today. Write in the comments how you enjoyed your new year and what are your new year's resolution. Well, till then, as it's written on the board, Happy New Year. Haha. That's it. Tata. Bye.